Okay, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the briefing on Saturday the 24th. Nice day. 36 hours ago, it was looking like this cold front, see here, was going to turn into a waving front and just sit very close to us and develop a very small low pressure that might have made Saturday a bit of a duff day. But no, it's drifted off just into the near continent. And actually, it's sat more across the sort of channel over northern France just at the moment with the rain there. But we're now bringing in northeasterly, well, northerly winds effectively. It looks northeasterly there, but the upper winds are pretty much northerly. And that'll be feeding in for a few days. Isobars have tightened up a little bit, so winds a bit stronger at flying heights. Pressures, 1,016, 1,018, just round here, but it is quite unstable air. There's certainly lots of showers drifting down through the North Sea and around here. I think looking at the BBC, they said outside chance of a shower, more showers in the sort of Midlands running down to the West Country and more across East Anglia coming off the North Sea. So in the centre of the country, I think we'd be very unlucky to hit a shower. I'm just looking at these fronts here. These are the ones that are going to swing round over us by Monday and go down across here, bringing a sort of cold plunge of air and increasing winds by the looks of it. But it's still not going to feel particularly warm. Today, BBC was suggesting anywhere between 12 and 16, 17 degrees. So you can take your pick from that. Probably maybe 18 in London, 16 to 17 around here, but feel quite chilly in that northerly breeze, that's for sure. So you just roll it on another 12 hours. Yeah, isobar space out a little bit. Slight ridge of high pressure sort of just in there. So tomorrow again looks like quite a nice day and quite reasonable. But by Monday, we're seeing these cold fronts coming down across us. And it's certainly getting pretty chilly by the looks of it. Autumn will be here by Monday. So, Farnborough Tafts, 366 knots. Well, I'm looking out the window going, well, windsocks showing northeasterly. I can't quite figure out where they've got that one from, or Gatwick as well, 348 knots. I think it's going to be northeasterly, upper winds sort of northeasterly, more northerly, middle of the country. Prop 30, they're talking about showers and rain. I think very, very isolated. We'd be really unlucky to see one here. And the important bit, scattered at 3.5, and Gatwick are giving scattered at 4.5. Yeah, I think the other sort of data I'm looking at, 4,500 feet looks above sea level, looks about right actually. Upper winds, right in the middle of the country, 360, 10 knots. It's northeasterly down East Anglia coast and down through here. Again, it's a 020 flying heights, somewhere around there. So I think that's what we're going to have round us, a little bit more northerly, middle of the country. Satpic, it's fairly clear, as you can see, as it rolls through there, with odd bits of cloud just rolling in off the North Sea, as you can see, with some showers associated with those. And there's 1 or 2 showers running down through here just at the moment, but the general drift seems to be this way, reasonably clear. Not a little bit of upper cloud, but not much particularly to worry about. And the rainfall radar just shows that stuff still in the channel, bits in the West Country, and beginnings of showers coming down through here. I think we'd be unlucky to catch those. I'd hope they'll go well to the east of us. Temperature-wise, as I said, BBC were sort of hedging their bets anywhere between 12 and 17 degrees, so let's just go with 17 degrees. And dew points are fairly low this morning. Let's go with about 5 degrees probably, maybe even less than that by early afternoon. And then if you sort of plug those numbers into the soundings, this is sort of 4 o'clock around Lasham, dew points down here somewhere. You're looking at cloud base, yeah, almost 5,000 feet above sea level, 4.5 certainly above Lasham, hopefully. Cloud tops potentially at 8,000 or 9,000 feet. I haven't seen an actual ascent, but all the predicted ascents show an inversion in here, so I think there's a reasonable risk of spread out in places, just developing in the mid levels, between sort of 7,000 and 9,000 feet, and of course that's above freezing level. Today at 5,000 feet is probably the freezing level, maybe a little bit higher than that. But so if it's at that sort of height, it's going to linger for a little bit in places. Various other forecasts are giving about 50% chance of spread out. Top meteo sort of showing it clear. This is 10 o'clock local time. Move it on a couple of hours and we're starting to see cumulus by sort of probably 11, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock should be quite nice. And then they're beginning to show some evidence of spread out. As you can see, this is 3 o'clock, bits of spread out in here, still cumulus in other places. So it's hit and miss. They can't predict exactly where it's going to be. But I think you've got a sort of 40, 50% chance of there being spread out, and then it's sort of dying, I suspect, this afternoon, sometime after 4 o'clock. Thermal heights. Should get going sometime between 11, 12 o'clock. That's 12 o'clock, 3,000 feet. And then a couple of hours later at sort of 2 o'clock in the afternoon, round here and up towards Oxford, 15, 1,600 meters. So yeah, 4,500 feet potential. Above sea level again, 15 to 1,700 meters. And then starting to fizzle out from 4 o'clock onwards as the day starts to die. Potential flight distance that they're suggesting a couple of 100K out to the north. I don't think it's the sort of grabbing the end of the season, but certainly today and tomorrow look like the best opportunity at the end of September. We never really know what's going to happen after that. This is today's forecast, couple of 100K out to the northwest, and tomorrow blues on the map, so hopefully good enough for 300K as an end of season blowout. Sky sight giving a similar sort of picture by 2 o'clock in the afternoon. This is I think this is height of thermals above the ground, or depth of thermal, yeah, so 1,500 meters out towards Oxford area, similar sort of thing, and out to the northwest. There's a smallish area by the looks of it here that they're forecasting, and just give you an idea of their idea of overdevelopment. By 2 o'clock in the afternoon, they're saying a sort of 50% chance of spread out in the area here, near us a little bit less. So risk of spread out in places, but yeah, 3 to 4 hour soaring window, so should be quite reasonable. Good day for training. And as I said, we'll be set up on 09 because the wind direction looks like it's going to stay there for most of the day. Okay, airspace wise, end of the sort of season, so things are quietening down a bit. Nothing in here of particular note. They're winch launching at Middle Wallop. They notam that every weekend. And moving further afield, I've written a few things down, is just fly pasts Milton Keynes, Bletchley area, but they're not likely to affect us. 1340 to 1430 in there. And further afield, the only other thing of note is in here, Sywell have an air display all day, And there's parachuting. This is the important bit, 11:15 to 12 o'clock. The parachuting and the air displays 12 o'clock till 1700. So just of note. Anything else in this area here seems to be dead quiet. Nothing down to the south either. So quite quiet. No jet movements. No flight plans filed so far. So fingers crossed. Airfield to ourselves for the day. Set up on 09, and it's a fairly standard setup. The cable's on the south side of the runway. So hopefully folks will be out getting the gliders out fairly shortly, and I'll see you out there.